listen, thank you for spending some time with me, and I will be back here tomorrow at, I think it is gonna be 10 o'clock with the one and only Curtis Stone. So definitely, if you can, stay with me right now. Bobby Ray Carter is coming up next.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Bobby Ray Carter, and I am here live at Tony Robbins' home in Palm Beach. And I have to tell you, this is a day that you will never forget. And for almost 4 decades, Tony has been helping change the lives of not just presidents, celebrities, but over 50 million people in over 100 countries. And you know what? We would love to hear from you. We're going to be popping up on the phone, the talk line, throughout the entire hour. If you participated before, or if you were one of the lucky ones, because when we launched Tony our last visit, we sold out completely early. We brought in more quantity. We sold out again. And guess what? Had to cancel the last show. Just to give you an idea of what's going to happen today. So let me show you what you have the opportunity to treat yourself to. An incredible, incredible value, as you're going to get the entire Ultimate Edge program. So just the basic program itself is $300. But let me share with you what we're doing today. And I love this. I have been using this. This has saved me. You're getting the digital download additionally of the entire Ultimate Edge. So that's another $300. Basically, it's like a buy one, get one free, right? And then we didn't even stop there, because you're also going to get $200 coaching session, free coaching session, which I love. $100 to you to go to one of Tony's amazing events, which I had the pleasure of going to, that again changed my life. And then we even have a $250 personal assessment. So you're getting all of it today at $199, free shipping, flex pay. And one of the best parts about today is that you're changing your life, but you are influencing the lives of so many. Tony donates 100% of the proceeds today to amazing charities, Operation Underground Railroad. And I will tell you, just from our last visit alone, over 200 girls were saved from slavery. Feeding America, I mean, Tony donated over $500 million. It was like 2.5 million people helped. This is your opportunity to make a purchase, to help yourself and to help so many. I get very choked up because this is something that I so believe in. And when we talk about Tony, my gosh, this amazing man that you've seen everywhere in so many phenomenal publications. He's also a New York Times best-selling author. I love I love 401k specialist, People magazine, just to name a few, Success magazine. But I will tell you the best part is he is here with us today. And I had the opportunity to go to one of Tony's live seminars that I will tell you, we're going to impart all of that excitement to you today. But sit back, listen, stay with us, because today, this will change your life.
Shake the building. 1, 2, 3, go!
For the last 35 years, Tony Robbins has been on a mission.
I will give you my all. I will give you my soul. I will not hold back. I never do.
He's coached presidents, royals, athletes, and empowered more than 50 million people through his life training programs.
Who wants to have a hell of a lot more joy and excitement in your life? Say, ah!
Now the entrepreneur, author, and philanthropist is bringing his years of knowledge to HSN.
This weekend is not about just learning. It's not just about growing. It's about breakthrough.
I was one of the thousands who saw him live, and it was incredible.
You want to know what's going to make you fulfilled? Progress. Progress equals happiness.
This was far and away the most rewarding, incredible night I have ever experienced. I can't even tell you how changed and positive and gosh.
Where you've been has nothing to do with where you are now. You make new choices in this moment, in this day, your whole life can change.
Joining us now, live at HSN, Tony Robbins.
Yes, the man of the hour. I feel like I should be jumping up and down. Tony, how
Thanks for coming.
you?
Nice to see you again.
Thank you so much for having us here. I mean, first of all, spectacular.
Thank you.
But what you're going to do for us today, this is the perfect way for all of us to go into the new year, isn't it?
Well, everybody talks about New Year's resolutions.
Yes.
By now, most people, I don't know if you've had some this year, but if you did, are you still keeping them? The problem with resolutions really is that we just do it because it's the new year, and it's a chance to have a new start. But the problem is most people don't have a plan. They don't have a coach. They don't have somebody showing them the strategy that says, okay, here's how I'm going to lose those 30 pounds and do it in a way that doesn't stress me out, makes me have it sustainable. Or here's what I'm going to do to transform my economics or my finances. Or here's what I'm going to do to shift, my relationship. And that's really what this program is all about. It's the best of what I put together over now 39 years. It's going to be my 40th year in about a month. Believe it or not, I started when I was 5. But we put all this together. The best offer we've ever had. And you've got a payment plan of like, what, $39? Or
$39 and change. And then actually, for anyone who has the HSN card, it's like $33.17. And that is, of course, without any interest at all. But I think the wonderful thing about this, too, is that when you take advantage of the program today, and you're going to hear all about it, we're going to help you understand how this will help you in many parts of your lives. I think that, as Tony said, we all go into the new year going, okay, this is the year. I'm going to have a better relationship with my family, my husband, my children. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to help my business to grow. But then we all go, okay, I made the decision, but how do I do it? I need the tools.
Yeah.
That's what you give us, Tony, is the tools.
And the problem is most people try to do it with willpower. And, we all have a lot of willpower, but there's only so much. Willpower runs out. What will actually change you and get you the results you want is if you change your conditioning. And what I mean by that is, I don't know if at home you've ever had an experience, or maybe you have, Bobby, of maybe a food you used to love, or an alcohol you used to like, or a dessert you used to love, and you were addicted to it. And then, nothing's going to stop you from eating it. You want it so bad. And then one day you had an experience where what you drank or what you ate came back out of you in a variety of ways. And it was so intense that today it doesn't take willpower not to drink that or eat it. You can't, even the thought of it makes you sick. That kind of changing of conditioning, where you literally train your body to feel pain to the things that you used to do that you didn't like to do, and pleasure to the things you want, then it doesn't take any willpower. Then you're able to do that. That's how I've taken some of the greatest athletes in the world, presidents of companies, presidents of countries, by showing them how to change their conditioning. Because otherwise it's always a fight inside, and you're not going to win the fight over the long term, and then you beat yourself up saying, well, why did I overeat? Or why did I let go of this? This is the way to actually change your habits and shift the way you experience your life.
You know what I think is interesting with that we think when you talk about presidents and celebrity, and my goodness, Mother Teresa, you think, okay, these are people who have their lives together. What about me? I mean, I'm just trying to go about my life and live my life. But the funny thing is that we all have challenges like that in our life, or we all get to points where it's like, okay, help me, I don't know what to do. Yeah. And what I love that you did with the program is you make it simple and easy to follow. And the interesting thing that I found, I mentioned this, that I met Tony. We did a show 30 years ago. 30 years ago, and we were local. It was one show.
We were 5.
Yes, I was also 5, of course. So we just keep getting better with age, right? But the interesting thing was, from that day, I've always been able to take bits and pieces of what you've shared from the program, because I think what happens is sometimes we do this, like I'll watch the program and go, okay, I'm good, and then you digress, right? Because life gets in the way.
Sure. So or you focus on something else, like you took care of your body, but now you don't have enough time with your kids, or you're doing good with your kids, but your relationship's not doing well. So this allows you to tackle different parts of your life so they all work together.
Right. And I love one thing that you said, is that for all of us to see your life the way it is, see your life better, and then make it that way.
That's right. And that's what this is. It shows you the strategy and how to do it. And the way it works, if you're watching, is just really simple. It's like, if you could hire the very best coach to be with you, most people would. This is an opportunity where the equivalent of one coaching session investment, not even, and you can have me with you literally for 18 days and nights. And what happens is people then come back, as you said, and do this program again, because there's a new area of their life they really want to tackle. But how do you do it? You listen to it with what I call net time, no extra time. You listen to it while you're driving in your car. You listen to it when you're cleaning your house, or when you're going for a walk or working out. And what that does is it takes no extra time, and it's so much fun. It's entertaining for people. The hook is every day you do one little action item, but each action item, small, adds up, so in a week you have major momentum. At the end of 18 days, you have a changed life. So call us right now, get yourself started, take advantage of this, let me be your coach. Don't just sit on the couch and hear stories today, because nothing's gonna change hearing about it. What will change is listening to it. And I always tell people, just grab one of these, put it in your player, or today with this, for the first time, we have it so it's on an app. So 24/7, 365, anywhere in the world, whatever you need is right there with you, and it can coach you and get you to move forward. And we've never offered this before. It's the very first time. So please call us right now.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about that, the program itself, when you look at the value, the program itself, the Ultimate Edge, is a $300 value. But it's like a buy one, get one free today, because it's another $300 value for the digital download. So you're getting that, and then we talk about all of the incredible extras, getting the $200 personal coaching session, which I've taken advantage of, by the way,
Yes, I know.
which is phenomenal. Thank you, Michael. Not only that, you're getting $100 to go to any of the events, which I've had the pleasure of going to, which was unbelievable. The $250 personal assessment also, which is huge. But the best part about it is that you speak to us in ways that you can understand. And what I found was, like, I can put the tape in, because you're with me in my car, by the way, all the time, and on my phone. So no matter where I go, I have you in my ear, and encouraging me. But it's interesting how whatever I happen to hear at that moment is really what I need to hear.
Yeah. Well, you're dipping in. There's so much here. There's so many different elements here. I just really like to have people think about, almost everybody's got, and if you're watching right now, maybe at New Year's you think about it more, but almost everybody's got something in their life that they'd like to improve if they could. We're so busy, but again, if you're doing really well at work, then how you doing with your kids? If you're doing great with your kids, how you doing it with your body? And so what this does is each day you're able to tap into a different area of your life. And what's interesting is when you make progress in one area, it gives you momentum. The hardest thing for people is inertia, like, oh, how do I get myself going? I don't know where to start. And I always tell people, like, when you are 30 pounds overweight, when you feel like, no relationship's ever gonna work, when your finances are a mess, victory is near. And that's not just some phrase. It's very often, the phrase, it's darkest before the light. If you know the right strategy, you can save yourself 10 years. And what I've done for my life, this whole program is a result of me believing success leaves clues. My original teacher was a man named Jim Rohn. He was a personal development man who just built an incredible life. He was a farm boy that changed it all. And his whole philosophy was really simple. It was like, if things are going to change, you got to change. If things are going to get better, you've got to get better. Anything outside of it's not going to happen. And so this is that simple way to make it better, where literally you can do it while you're doing the rest of your life. So you don't have to take any extra time, but you get the benefit. Let me coach you. Call us right now. Take advantage of this. Literally for $39, you can get started with this. Use it for a month, and if you don't want it, don't like it, you can send it back. You won't, because it'll shift your life. But also, wouldn't you spend $39? Just 100% of this is going to these two charities to feed people that are in need. Would you spend $39 to have one child even be freed up? Because for 20 people basically that call in, we'll be taking one child out of slavery, to give you an idea. So we did 200 last year. I think that's so important, because you're helping yourself, but you're helping so many people as well. I have a daughter. I don't know if you have a daughter or son, but can you imagine if this had happened to you and somebody could come back and bring them back to you? That's what we get to do today while you're changing life, while you're taking this new year and make it the best year ever. So call us right now. Exactly, and 100% remember the proceeds. So HSN Cares, we are so proud to partner with Tony with that. But we are going to say hi to Keishan in Texas. Hi, Keishan. It's such a treat to have you with us today. You're with Bobby and Tony. And I would love to ask you right off the bat, where was your life and where before you made the purchase, and where's your life now?
My life is in, first of all, I would like to say good morning, thank you. Good morning, Tony, and thank you for this opportunity.
Good morning. Thank you, Keisha. Nice to meet you.
My life is in great condition right now, and when I attended first year event, I met you on the stage.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Good.
That's wonderful. And so what has changed in your life?
New York UPW.
Oh, the Unleash Power Within event. That's beautiful. So what has changed in your life from where you were to where you are now? What kinds of improvements have you made, Keishan?
Yes, I would like to tell about where I was before attending your event or doing your Ultimate Ed program. I was jobless.
Yes.
Didn't have a car, didn't have a place to live, and used to sleep in someone's office.
Wow.
And
wow. And what happened once you got the program? How did you shift?
After attending the program, I don't have to worry about my job. I have a job after job, like I'm on a visa, so I'm on a work visa. So being on the visa,
right,
getting a job is kind of a different situation than a green card holder and a citizen. So yes, I don't have to worry about jobs. I keep changing every time I end my contract, I find the contract next week.
That's wonderful.
And I've been on a
There's such an
continuous,
echo, Keisha, I'm so sorry.
employment. I'm
There you
sorry?
are. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm on continuous employment for since 2012. Never had not even a month unemployed.
Wow.
Oh, that's amazing.
So you shifted your career, you shifted your finances, you shifted, it sounds
Yes,
like,
and,
your sense of well-being as well.
While the career is shifting, since I attended your event, I said, you know what, I need to celebrate myself. So I bought a house.
Good for you.
Oh, that's wonderful. You got wow, you come a long way from not knowing what job you're going to have.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Keisha, what would you say to people that might be skeptical at home saying, well, this is just some audios. What the heck? What is this? How's this going to change my life? What would you say to them to get them off the couch this morning and give themselves the gift to be able to change their life?
I would say just go attend Tony's event. That will change the entire perception of whatever your current status is. Or do the Tony's program, or buy the Ultimate Edge. I listen Ultimate Edge more than 1,000 times so far.
Wow.
And
my
I have,
gosh.
I think we lost
Keisha, did we
him.
lose him? I'm
Yeah, I
so
think we
sorry
did.
if we lost you. We apologize, but thank you so very much. And you know what? Keisha was right. Listen to this. You are a phone call away from making such an important purchase in your life. And let's face it, you are part of this family, our wonderful family at HSN, because you know that we impact you in so many ways. And before you buy, another pair of shoes, another piece of jewelry, buy something that will change the way you live and feel every day of your life. The fact that we're shipping it to you for free. And I have to tell you, if you're looking at your screen, already over 2,000 gone. When Tony launched with us last visit, we sold out actually twice. We didn't even have enough for the final show. We had to cancel it. So let today be the day. This is the day that you need to make the purchase. And know also that, your life, and I learned this from you, Tony, your life can change in a moment.
Yes.
Right? Because if you think that's it, I'm so down, I can't make a difference, your life can change.
Well, and people, when you're down, you think you're going to be down forever, right? When you're up, you think you're up forever. But most people spend more time down. And oftentimes people will say to me, well, gosh, it's so hard to change, or it took me 10 years to change this. And what I always try to show people is it didn't take you 10 years. It took you a moment. The moment you actually decided once and for all. It might have taken you 10 years to get to the point where you said, I'm done with this. I'm not going to put up with this one more moment, not another day. I'm out, or I love you, or I do. We change our entire life the moment we make a real decision. But the problem is, most of us don't make decisions anymore. We express, things that we'd like to accomplish. I'd like this to happen. But when you make a decision, the word decision comes in Latin from incision. It means to cut off from. If you want to take the island, you got to burn your boats. If you really want to transform your life, you can literally do it in a moment, and it isn't hyperbole, it's not exaggeration. I'm sure you've seen over the years everybody from Oprah to Serena Williams to Hugh Jackman to Pitbull talking about how this has changed their life. Well, it changes not just a celebrity's life, it changes anybody's life because it gets you to make the decisions. What decision do you need to make that you're not making? Is there something going on in your relationship? Is there something going on in your body? Is there something going on around your finances? Is there a level of happiness that you used to feel that isn't there that you'd like to bring back? This is specifically the tools and strategies how to do it. And we make it easy and we make it fun and it works and it's guaranteed. And it's the most ultimate integrated program we've done of all our best programs, with a 100% money back guarantee and $39.
Exactly.
So if you don't call now, you're never going to call.
Exactly.
Give yourself a gift. It's new year, new life. Call me right now.
And then on top of that, going back to the fact that, Tony, you donate 100% of the proceeds, which is so important for everyone to know. And let me just, again, remind you of what you're getting, because the program is phenomenal of what you're receiving today. And actually, the total value is honestly like almost $1,000. But you today are getting an opportunity with free shipping and handling and only $39 on any credit card, debit card, PayPal. The whole Ultimate Edge program, $299. And with that, you're getting the Personal Power Classic set of 7 CDs. You're getting the Get the Edge, which is 8 CDs. You're getting the Inner Strength, which is a set of 5 CDs, 2 DVDs. You're getting Power Talk. You're also getting the entire $300 value of the digital download of the Ultimate Edge. So basically today, it's like a buy one, get one free. Then you're getting all of the additional bonuses. You know, as we said, the $200 personal coaching session, the $100 to go to one of Tony's live events, which I went to, and I will tell you, it was the most unbelievable experience of my entire life. You want to talk about being inspired? And Keisha said the same thing a little bit earlier. I mean, it motivates you and inspires you to be a better person and to take control, because that's the important thing about it. Like our lives are, it's either well, it's emotion or control, isn't it?
Well, I think most people, you know, we try to control some things we can't control, but what we can control is what it means to us. We can control the actions that we really take. And what really the ultimate edge is really about is saying, what do you really want today? Not 10 years ago, what do you want today? And if it sounds like it's dreamy or a huge dream, let's show you how to break that down into steps, and let's figure out what's stopping you. And what's really stopping you usually is a lack of belief and fear, quite frankly. Or what's stopping you is you just don't know what to do. You don't know the exact plan. This plan will show you how to get there. It's called Ultimate Edge. It's the best we've got. It's $39.
It is.
Call us right now.
And the Wheel of Life we have actually up on your screen for everyone also.
Well, that's actually a good thing to show people as well. You know, if you want to look at your life right now, you can take a little circle like this, divide it into 8 parts, and I ask people, I say, where are you? Let's measure, because very often you get complacent. So where are you on a 0 to 10 scale with your body? Not, you don't have to be a 10 like somebody else's idea of 10. At this stage of your life, what is a 10? Is it energy? Is it being fit? Is it strong? Where are you 0 to 10 and draw a line across? So if you did it up there and you said, well, I'm a 7, you draw a line straight across. And you say, where are you emotionally and your meaning? Like, what's the level of joy in your life, the level of happiness, the sense of meaning that your life really matters? Where would you put that 0 to 10 and draw a line across? So if somebody had a 5 or 6, and so they can throw it up there. Do the same thing with your relationships. 0 to 10, where are they? If you don't have one, that's called 0, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If you have one, you're not happy, it's 3 or 4. If you're thrilled out of your mind, it's a 10. Where are you in the management of your time? Where are you in your career? Where are your finances compared to where you want to be, 0 to 10?
Right.
And where are you in your level of contribution and celebration? And if we flash up on the screen there for a second, this is what it looks like when you shift it. And I ask people, draw lines across, and they do. And then I ask them, look at the shape of your life. I say, if this was the wheel on your car called life, how would your car drive? And what if you're an overachiever, you're trying to drive 100 miles an hour? It's going to be a bumpy ride. What this program does is comes and shows you how to take whatever's strongest and make all the other areas just as strong, so that now it flows. There isn't the stress in your life. There's excitement. There's momentum. But you got to give yourself the gift of being coached. You got to give yourself the gift that says, I'm going to give myself 30 minutes a day while I'm driving, while I'm cleaning the house. Why not? Why not? If I have a new year, why not have a new life? But let me get a coach that can help me to do it. That's what I'll do for you.
And this is the day. And once again, thank you. I know we have hundreds of people that are joining us. One day and one day only. And again, if you're looking behind us going, what an exquisite environment. Well, we are here live at Tony's home, but most importantly for everyone to understand that the value of what you are buying, it is a one purchase that will help you for literally the rest of your life. And we're going to say hi to Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer's in New York. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you so much for joining us. You with Tony and Bobby today. And we, first and foremost, would love to know, I mean, how has your life changed since spending time with Tony?
Hello, Tony. Hello, Bobby. Happy New Year to both of you.
Hi. Thank you.
I am an insider for HSN, and they approached me about sending this kit to me. And at the time, I was very skeptical, and I was just like, I don't really think I want this kit. I said, maybe somebody else will be interested in it. And I spoke to one of my girlfriends, and I was telling her about what happened. And she's like, oh, my God, that's Tony Robbins. He's the best thing ever. She says, you have to get it. You have to listen to these tapes. She says, you will love them. So I went back and I said, okay. I says, I'll try these tapes, and they have absolutely changed my life. And I just want to say thank you so much.
I'm so thrilled to hear that. I'm sorry, I can barely hear her, so if someone could boost my audio, it'd be wonderful. But I heard you talking about getting the tapes in your friend.
Also, how did they change your life, Jennifer? And bear with us, because Tony's going to turn up Tony's sound. But how did they change your life? I mean, what was the most impactful experience that you've now noticed?
Taking an hour a day for myself, the power hour. And I've lost 50 pounds. Yes. I just feel so much better about my life. Wow. And it's just kind of escalated from there and changed other aspects. You know, because I wasn't really feeling good about myself, but now I'm feeling better about myself. And I'm on my own journey now, so I can't worry about what everybody else is thinking. And I worry about myself, I worry about my husband and my life. And to stop trying to make other people happy, because it's just not about that. It's about making you happy, because it's your life, it's your journey, and when you're happy, it projects to everybody else.
Jennifer, you've hit the nail on the head, honey, because you see so many people that care so much, and I've been guilty of this early in my life. I care about everybody, take care of everybody else, and then you're exhausted, you're beat up. You know, you get on an airplane, the first thing they say to you is, if we have a problem and there's no air, the oxygen mask drops, put it on your kid first. No, that's not what they say.
Yeah,
they say put it on
exactly.
yourself first, which sounds like, to a parent, are you insane? But because unless you take care of yourself, you can't take care of your kids. Unless you take care of yourself, you can't have that impact that you're now having with your husband. So I'm so thrilled you're taking the time for yourself. I think that is the number one thing that most people do not do, and they think it's selfish, and it's one of the most unselfish things you can do, because when you take that hour of power or 15 minutes to fulfillment, people, you know, can pick the process you do in the morning, it sets you up for your day, and it puts you in a place now where you touch everybody else, because people forget our emotional states affect our kids more than what we say, more than what we do externally. They feel us, and the same thing happens for our spouses, it happens for our friends, it happens for our coworkers. You've really, it sounds like what you did is you just changed the momentum of your life by resetting your priorities. Is that true? And what would you say to people who are watching that might be skeptical, so that hopefully we can help them? We're not taking any money from them. All of it is getting poured into these two charities. But we really want them to take this new year and take some action right now. Not just talk about it, not just think about it, but really get not only inspired, but get a plan and start to execute a little step at a time each day. What would you say to push them off the couch, Jennifer?
It's about you. It's about your life. It's about making your life longer. You know, I mean, you know, it's just getting motivated. Just go out and, you know, walk for 10 minutes a day, and then you'll get up to 15 minutes. And it just changes your whole attitude as you see your body changing, and it changes your mind, just getting out there in the fresh air, walking your dog, exercising your dog. It's not only for you, but if you have animals, it's for both of you. And it's just really life-changing. And I just want to thank you and just the charities that you give to, that people just don't realize that. You're a very charitable person, and people see you and they see your money, but they don't see the other Tony that gives to all these other people, and that's wonderful. And I just think everyone should know that, what a wonderful person you truly are in your heart. And I just want to read one thing. I read a little quote that Oprah wrote about you, and I think it's just such a wonderful quote. And it says, Tony is a superhuman, a catalyst for getting the people to change. It's not about motivation as much as allows people to change what is already there. And I think that is it in a nutshell.
Wow, Jen, thank you so much for calling. Thanks for sharing. Stay on the line. I really appreciate how much momentum you've created and how much you're doing for the people around you. So I'm going to invite you to come to my Date with Destiny seminar as my guest. So if you stay on the line, give me your number. I'm going to invite you to come as my guest, and you can bring your spouse if you'd like to, or you can bring a friend. So I know if I invest in you, you're going to take it out and you're going to help a lot of other people. So I want to make that investment in you. So thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so very much, Jennifer.
Thank you, guys. You have a great day.
Oh, gosh.
You too, Jennifer.
And you know, Jennifer said so many things. First of all, I want to go back to the one about the donation, because this is so important, that for everyone to know, you're watching this program right now for a reason, but to know that you're making this purchase that you make for $39, again, on any credit card, debit card, PayPal, no interest. But 100% of the proceeds you are donating, Tony, to two really important charities. So we're helping ourselves, we're helping our lives, but in the meantime, you are helping Operation Underground Railroad, so we're helping to save women, girls from slavery, along with Feeding America. This is what you're doing today. And, you know, when Jennifer said something really important, you can't help anyone else till you help yourself. And I think that is so important to know. And I mean, this is where it starts. And baby steps. Because I think so many times we go, oh my gosh, I need to lose so much weight, or it's been so many years since I've spoken to my family members, or my husband and I have been estranged for so long. I don't know where to start. Forget it. I just give up. It's the little steps, and you show us how simple it is to take those little steps to be able to become new people, to enjoy our lives. We're on the planet one time.
And so many people have settled. You know, when you're a kid, you have all these dreams and goals of what you want to do with your life, and then you have all the disappointments and frustrations, and sometimes people you care about disappoint you or take advantage. And what happens is we don't want to be disappointed, so not being disappointed, we don't want to get our hopes up. But if you don't get your hopes up, you're never going to change your life. And even if you are disappointed, disappointment either destroys you or it drives you. What you need to become is emotionally fit. You know, you've heard people talk about emotional intelligence, the capability of how you interact with other people and your ability to, you know, to filter.
Right.
But I think fitness is more important. You know, you can be an intelligent person and not act intelligent. You can be an honest person and lie. We've all done it. But when you get where you're emotionally fit, where you train your mind and your heart and your emotion to feel so strong and so good each day, it affects every aspect of your life. All of a sudden you want to work out. All of a sudden you want to eat well. All of a sudden you really want to do things with your kids and you're not overwhelmed and stressed and annoyed. This is literally a program for changing the quality of your life. And over the years, some of the most successful people on the planet and some of the most challenged people on the planet have endorsed it, because I've literally now had the privilege of being in 100 countries. I've worked, to give you an idea, with 50 million people. I've had 4 million people go to my live seminars. This is my 40th year. I'm still standing here because it works. But you won't know that. I'm just some crazy guy with big teeth talking at you with all this passion, unless you call us. So call us and get everything. We'll even throw in some Ginzu knives. I'm sure they've got some they'll add to this thing. You've got to change your life today. Call.
I
Give us
love
a
it.
call.
And we're going to take you to one of these incredible seminars and just share with you some more of just the incredible people, again, that Tony has inspired. So don't go anywhere. Oh, and this is me, because I am one of those lucky people. I had the pleasure last year of going to one of Tony's seminars, as I said, and it was just, without a doubt, one of the most awe-inspiring, incredible days of my life. I want you to come with me. Here we go.
In a few moments, I'll point and show you where we're going. There are 9,000 of us. There are 32 lanes of fire. Tonight, you could make a decision that would change everything.
Gotta pump up for the coals.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, for me to sit, it's so hard to sit when I'm around you, because all I want to do is just jump up, leap, embrace life. I mean,
And some people watch it, they go, it looks crazy as hell, right? But, you know, if you think about it, the average person won't sit for a 3-hour movie someone spent $300 million to make for you. And people come to these events, like Oprah came to the event and she sat there and she told me in advance, she said, Tony, I love you, I love your stuff, but don't be offended because I can't sit anywhere more than 2.5 hours. She goes, I just can't. You know, maybe home, maybe the office, but beyond that, I can't do it. She goes, so please don't be offended. I said, I won't be offended because you're not leaving. And she looked at me, she goes, Tony, I'll be leaving. I said, we'll see. And 12 hours later, she's standing on a chair looking in the camera going, this is one of the greatest experiences of my life, right?
Yes,
So
exactly.
it's like, it captures people because, you know, a minute feels like an eternity when you're unhappy, when you don't like what's going on. But when you're loving what you're doing, time disappears. And that's a big part of what I do in the live seminar that makes it there, but that's also what this program does. It allows you to take that seminar home and experience it within your life a little chunk at a time, so it's not overwhelming, where you can have fun, where you can be interested. A lot of people, I've had a lot of women will come up and tell me, I bought this for my husband because I think he needs to make these changes, so I thought I'd slip them in and play them in the car, and he loves them, but then I got hooked on them, right? Well, the same thing, you know, one will tell me, there's a woman who's called me multiple times over the years who's from East LA High, which was where they had the first metal detectors in the country because kids there are getting murdered, getting shot. And this woman is the only female teacher to last more than a year, and she's been there like 9 years. And she called up and said, I just want to tell you, I play these audios for the kids in high school every day. And the first few weeks they were like, what is this? And then they got hooked. And now if I don't do it, they complain. And she said, we have 3% of the people that go to our school that usually go on to college. She said 27% of her kids go on to college. She goes, no, it's all you. It isn't me. You're there every day with these kids. But what I want you to get is, this might be a gift that you get for yourself, but it might be a gift you're really getting for your family. It could be for your kids. And if you think about the new year, everybody has this idea, new year, I can have a new life, but within a few weeks, they're not doing anything. Or they have this great resolution, maybe you had one, but did you have a plan? Did you have somebody there to coach you, to get you to follow through? Did you have somebody you could talk to on the phone who could take you to that level like a coaching session? My guess is probably not. This is the way to make 2017 the best year ever. And now with this total money back guarantee and with the payment plan they've got here for $39, you can have the best of the best in a few days in your hands, but you got to call us and you'll save somebody's life. I don't know if you have a son or daughter, but I've imagined if they were caught up in one of these sexual slavery groups and Operation Underground Railroad came in and saved them, you personally can do that. It'll take about, I think it's about 25 people who order this to save one child, to give you an idea.
And last visit, how many people did we save?
We saved 200 children out of slavery last visit, and we fed 2.5 million people. I donated half a million dollars. Yeah, we all did it. I took all that came from this. It was $500,000 and donated it all. We're going to do the same thing here.
Right.
And you can be part of that while you're changing your life. So call us right now. Let's get started. Don't just listen to other people and be hypnotized. Do something that's going to change you, because as soon as you make that call, the minute you make it, change is on its way. And you can just know, listen, I've taken that first step. The first step's the hardest thing. Hardest part is getting to the gym. It's the hardest part of working out. Hardest part of meeting somebody is walking across there and introducing yourself. Here, it's not that hard. Pick up your computer, type it, go online or call us, and let's get you started. And I can promise you a life that'll be shifted at levels that you can't even imagine. I've been doing this my 40th year, and it works. But it won't work unless you get yourself a taste. So you got to be curious for all these years. Take curiosity into some action. Let's get you started.
And what do you have to lose? You have absolutely nothing to lose. Nothing. Again, 6-day unconditional money-back guarantee for 30 days. So I completely agree with Tony. Just get it home. The value obviously is phenomenal, but the additional fact that Tony's donating 100% of the proceeds to Operation Underground Railroad and Feeding America, this is so important. And I have to tell you, it's one day. And if you were with us last time when Tony was here, you know what happened. I mean, it sold out twice. We even canceled the last show. If you look at the value is there. $300 for just the basic program itself, which is multiple CDs. But on top of that, you're getting it's like buy one, get one free, because you're getting another $300 value in the digital download. Plus, you were getting the opportunity, $200 to be able to work with a personal trainer, $100 towards an event, $250 personal assessment. You're getting all of this today. But most importantly, you're getting the opportunity to do something great for yourself. You're watching, you're here right now for a reason. If you have it, we would love to hear from you. And I do want to mention something else for the children, because when I came home from the seminar and I was telling my daughter Noelle was like, Mom, I want to go. So what did I do? I shared my program with my kids. Let me tell you, it is the best thing that you could possibly do for your kids. Because sometimes as we age, as I said, life gets in the way, right? Yeah. And even for me, I think I'm a happy person, a motivated person, but I went through challenges over the holiday, and then you kind of lose sight of yourself.
Yeah. Or lose momentum.
You lose momentum.
Yeah.
But then I can go back, which I did, in the car, again, with the DVDs, on my phone with that digital download. And then I remember, yes, you're right. You're the powerful one. It starts with you. And for anyone out there who's watching today, what do you think, Tony, what prevents this? Is it fear, or?
I think it's fear, and then there's another element. We all have different fears. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown, right? And the only way to solve fear is do it anyway, right? When I tell people courage does not mean you're not afraid. Courage means you're afraid, but you do it anyway. You push yourself through. But really, the way that this change happens, the reason it's so powerful for people as they go through just a little bit each day as it stacks, is it shifts the part of you we call our identity. And what I mean by identity is if you set a thermostat in this room at, say, 78 degrees, and the temperature drops to 75, 74, 73, there's a point where the brain, the computer says, this isn't good enough. I got to do something. And the heaters kick on to keep you going. Maybe you felt that in your life where you gained some weight, or your relationship wasn't where it wanted, or your career finances weren't where you wanted. And you get to a point where it's like, no more, I got to do something. And you kick in gear. Well, that also happens on the upper end of identity, meaning if your comfort zone is 78 degrees financially, spiritually, emotionally, that's not what you want, it's just what you're used to.
Right.
And you start doing better, like 80, 85, 90, 99, all of a sudden your brain goes, what the heck are you doing up here? You're a 78 degree, your life can't be like this. And then people sabotage the relationship, or they sabotage and they go eat, or they sabotage and they find themselves in a position where things are not what they want them to be financially. What this does is shift your identity. A way of describing that really simply would be, if you ever smoked cigarettes and you really stopped, you don't count the days. If somebody says to me, I'm on day 4 of stopping smoking, I know they're going back. They're just telling me the number of days, so how long they lasted this time. But if I came to you and said, would you like a cigarette? And you've truly stopped, you wouldn't say, what brand is it? You'd say, I'm not a smoker. I'm not one of those. And it doesn't take willpower when you shift your identity. When you suddenly become, no, I'm an athlete, or no, I'm a mom, this is different for me. And so this program will build and expand your identity so that you don't have an internal battle anymore. Willpower doesn't last, but an identity shift does, and Ultimate Edge provides that. You got to give yourself the gift. Call us.
That is so true, because one of the most valuable things that I've learned for you that I definitely utilize all the time, focus, physiology, and language. So you're right. I mean, your mind, where your mind is, let your body convey that. And then, like you say, what you say, what you believe. Because what you say, you know, because there are people proven, like, maybe who are overweight, but if you start that day and go, okay, I'm thin, I'm beautiful, I'm strong. I mean, your mind begins to believe that, right, and act on it.
Learning how to really condition yourself,
right.
for sure, without a doubt. But I think, you know, if you're at home and you're sitting here and it's a new year, what do you want? Like, what do you really want? If you're watching this show, you're wanting to purchase some things here, or you're interested in some things here, and there's so many beautiful things HSN has, but in the end, you're only getting those outfits, you're only getting that jewelry so that you'll feel better. And the feel better will not stay unless you actually improve. I always tell people, if you want to know what it takes to be happy, it's one word: progress. Progress equals happiness. If you're making even if your body's not there, but you just start to make progress, you're going to be happy.
Right.
And many people achieve a goal and then they go, is this all there is? Because we have to keep making progress. We have to keep growing. The two things in life that are real is you grow or you die, and you contribute beyond yourself or you're miserable. And so this shows you how to create that growth. And as you're growing, there's more of you to give to other people. And I've been doing this. This is my 40th year. And I got to tell you, we've helped people in 100 countries, tens of millions of people, hundreds of millions of people around the world. And this is the best that I have. And I'd like to share it with you. And I want to share it with you where I'm letting you know I'm totally sincere. I want nothing from you. I'm going to donate 100% of the profits. I want to help these charities, and I want to help you. But in order to do it, you got to take the one thing and just say, you know what the heck, this guy with the big teeth, I'll give him a try.
Yeah, give it a try.
Let me give him a call. It's part of HSN. I can't lose. Let me put my $39 down. It's less than a cup of coffee a day these days.
Exactly, with the full 30 days.
But what you're going to get is life-changing. It'll get you further than the coffee will. Again, I'd say to you, call us now.
And we are going to say hi to Becky in New York. Hi, Becky. A pleasure to have you with us. You're with Tony and Bobby today, and we're dying to hear about your life. You know, give us a little preview. Like, where was your life? What made you make the purchase, and where are you today?
Okay, hi. It's great talking to you guys, and
nice to meet you, Becky.
It's you know what. When I started doing all of your stuff, Tony, it literally changed my life. And I know a lot of people say that, but, you know, I'm a professional. I'm a chiropractor. And if you were to look at my life from the outside, you go, wow, she has everything. You know, she has a great career, husband, kids, everything's great. But the interesting thing is that, you know, I had a lot of frustrations with things. You know, I had frustrations with, you know, my relationship, with, you know, raising my kids. You know, different things would come up in business. And, you know, I felt like I was, you know, kind of, you know, drudging through life sometimes. And, you know, I've done a lot of seminars and I've done a lot of things to change. And as great as it is, you know, people tell you, okay, do this, do this, do this. And I never really felt like I was getting the tools that I needed. And when I started doing your work, Tony, with your tapes, you know, I've gone to a couple seminars, it literally changed my life in the way that you gave the tools to me. So what that means is that, so, okay, you know, one of the things I realized, I got a couple great things out of it that I can't sit here and talk to you about on this call, but, you know, that life is happening for me, not to me. That everything is happening, you know, for my greater good. That another great thing I got was that, you know, suffering is definitely an option. And I can actually live in a beautiful state. And, you know, when I started hearing these things, I was like, well, yeah, that sounds great, but how do I do it? And one of the things that happened was I just started using your tools. You laid it out on what to do, and I did it. And I realized, and I think this is important for listeners to hear too, is that, you know, when you say that 80% of things are psychology, you know, for me that meant, wow, you know, I'm the answer. I have to change me, and I have to know how to do that. And so I started doing it. I just started doing your tools. I started doing your programs. My life really started changing. I mean, my relationship with my husband is
you know, it's romantic, it's dynamic. You know, the relationship with my kids has changed. And when I started changing, my business changed. And I've been trying to lose weight for around 18 years. And I lost 27 pounds. And, you know, I could just go on and on about all these amazing things that have happened to me, but it's true. It really works.
That's so beautiful. Well, you said it so eloquently.
Absolutely.
You shifted you. When you shift you, it shifts your relationship with your husband. When you shift you, you shift the relationship with your children. When you shift you, you shift your body. When you shift you, you shift your business. But, you know, the part that I'm most happy to hear you absorb out of this is most of us in life suffer. We wouldn't call it suffering because we're very proud human beings and we're overachievers. If you said to me 2 years ago, Tony, do you suffer? I would laugh. I have the most incredible wife. I have, you know, 4 incredible kids. I have 3 grandkids. I have the most amazing mission. I get to help millions of people. So I wouldn't be lying or exaggerating. I authentically didn't feel I suffered. But if life is only 2 emotional states, you're either living in a peak high energy state, which we call beautiful states, as you noted, or suffering states. You know, beautiful state would be happiness or joy or creativity or drive or hunger or excitement or fun or love. You know, a suffering state is anything that puts you in a lousy state, like frustration or overwhelm or concern or worry or stress. And I was stressed. I would be stressed over little things. I would allow, you know, this little phone in my pocket. You know, I have 31 companies. We do $5 billion in sales. We have 1,200 employees around the world in 7 different industries. All I had to do is pick this up to lose my happiness, because there's always, if there's 1,200 employees, what's the chance somebody's messing something up right now? Messing up means different than I think they should be doing. It's 100%. Yeah. And so I realized my happiness is cheap. I give it up so easily. So I decided I want to live in a beautiful state every day. Beautiful state meaning not just one, not just happy, but joyful or creative or fun or driven or happy or grateful. Because when you're in those states, you affect everybody, your husband, your wife, your children, yourself, your business, your economics. And you can't do that unless you become awake, unless you wake up, unless you learn, as you said, about yourself, what your triggers are, because we all have a 2-million-year-old brain here. And this 2-million-year-old brain is not designed to make you happy. It's designed to make you survive. So it's always looking for what's wrong so you can fight it or flight from it. But that's old conditioning. That's survival software. Today, you and I can make new choices and we can free ourselves. You could be at home right now with the same challenges you're facing and truly be a sense of fulfillment and joy and start making progress. Or you could be at home going, oh, I gotta go this with the kids and I got this with my freaking husband or my wife and I got this stuff at work. You get to choose which life you want, but it requires a decision and it requires saying, I'm gonna train my brain and I'm gonna learn like you've done for yourself. And when you do that, it's a different life. So if you're watching right now, Becky, what would you tell them one last thing to push them over the edge? Because we're running out of time. This will be one of the few chances they get to get this program. You know what it's done for you. What do you say to them to get them off the couch so they get the gift for themselves and help some other people simultaneously?
I would say that they should call, and this product, I have to say, is so inexpensive compared to what it does. I mean, it changes your life in so many ways. You can have an intimate relationship with your husband. You can transform your body. You can make the world really is the limit of how much money you can make. That's actually easy. And the one thing that I want to say is that this year I decided that my triggers that people trigger me with turn into tickles and laughter. And I actually have been laughing every time I get triggered at. And if they want to laugh and have joy and tickles in their life instead of triggers and anger, then by all means call. Otherwise, they could just hold on to all their stuff and just keep living what they're living. So it's really up to them.
That's, you know what? That's the bottom line, isn't it?
That's really awesome. Becky.
Thank you.
You got a beautiful
so
life.
much,
Stay on the line,
Becky.
and I'm going to send an invitation for you to come to one of the programs. I'll give you a choice of which one for sharing your story and for making such a beautiful change in your life. So stay on the line, give us your number, and we'll invite you either Date with Destiny or Unleash Power then. Thanks so much, Becky.
Thank you, Becky.
So
what an
much,
amazing phone call. And you know what? Becky really touched on everything. And I have to tell you, we already have a clock that is up on the screen. I wish we could be here. We wish we could be here for 24 hours straight talking to Tony. You heard Becky. And what I love about Becky, you know, Becky, first of all, professional individual, someone you would think, oh, she's got her whole life together. She shared with you, what she was struggling with. Let me tell you what, as Tony will also say, problems make us grow. But the most important thing is you have to know how to do it. That's what you're getting today with this program. These are the tools that Becky was talking about, the tools to help you get out there, make that decision, and you have nothing to lose. You have a full 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee, free shipping, the biggest value ever, technically a buy one, get one free, because you have the ultimate edge also on a digital download on your phone. So this is the day, and it is only one day where you have the opportunity to make this purchase. So let today be the day that you do something great for yourself, because when you help yourself, you obviously help everyone around you. And we're going to hear about Gino in Louisiana. How nice to have you joining us, Gino. You with Tony and Bobby today.
Hey, good morning. How are you doing?
Doing great. How are you, Gino?
Great. Even more important, how are you, Gino?
Oh, I'm doing wonderfully well, wonderfully well. Let me get started.
Tell us, have you gotten the program, and if so, how's it touched your life?
Okay, I've heard about you years ago when you had this program called Personal Power, when you had Fran Tarkenton on the show with you, and I videotaped it. I still have it on VHS. And man, you're just awesome. I purchased the course, Personal Power, and I also read your book, Unlimited Power, from cover to cover, for about 400 and something pages. Yes. And I usually didn't read books at that time, but what happened with me in the past, I used to have low self-esteem. But man, after I got into your course, well, first I listened to a few motivational speakers. That helped me along the way, but it didn't last long enough. But when I got into Personal Power, man, that was something special. You had me laughing. You got me taking action. And I started motivating people around me, started inspiring people. And even to this day, I still inspire some people. And I remember a while back when I was unemployed, I've gotten a job. And well, I've gotten this job as a truck driver. I used to be in the law enforcement, but I'm glad I got out of that. But I got into the truck driving job, and now I've gotten, 5 raises on this job? And I've only been with them for 4 years. And
wow, 5 raises, that's awesome.
Man, your course is awesome. I mean, you get the person to take action, and I still have an impact on people. I still inspire people and motivate people. Let me share a few other things that I've done. Let me see. Well, you're a funny person, and I just want to basically, I got your Ultimate Edge. I ordered it last night. I wanted to talk with you last night. I said, well, I haven't met you yet in person, but I'm going to I want to try to catch you online live. Man, you're awesome. You really reach people where they're living. You get them to take action. You're pretty animated. And this is not anything you would lose by investing in. If you're somebody that's on the fence, wondering about, oh, man, this is too much money, I can't do this. Man, don't pass this opportunity up. You can't lose. If you want to be a multi-millionaire, if you want to lose weight, if you want to motivate people, inspire people, go for it, because you got all the tools here that you need. This is more, you can't place a value on this course. I'm sorry I got carried away.
I love your passion. I'm very, very grateful, and I'm so glad. You're a perfect example of someone's used this in so many different areas of your life simultaneously. It isn't just one area, and you've been doing this for decades. I only know that because you're using the term VHS, so I know you and I have been around a while, if we can say the word VHS or cassette tapes. Yes. But I really want to thank you, Gina, for calling and sharing your story, and I hope that people listening right now will really feel your passion and say, you know what, I really want that for myself, or I want that for my child, or I want that for my husband, or I want that for my wife. And stay on the line. I'm going to invite you to Unleash the Power Within as our guest as well to come to that fresh. So stay on the line, give us your number, and we're going to invite you. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you so much, Gino. So I have to share with you, where does this hour go? I mean, so we're already out of time. And again, there's a reason why you're watching and you're listening to. These are all of your friends, your fellow viewers who've made the decision. No matter where you are in your life, guess what? Your life can be better. And I think, and you're only, honestly, you are a phone call away from making such an important change. And the fact that we're doing this, here we are, beautiful, in this incredible live environment, Tony's home in Palm Beach. The fact that when you make the purchase, we're shipping it to you for free. It's $39 on any credit card. You go out for 2 pizzas, you're going to pay that money, right? Yeah. And know that when you buy the program today, it's not just helping you. 100% of the proceeds, HSN Care is so proud of this, that Tony donates 100% of the proceeds proceeds to Operation Underground Railroad, which again is helping save so many women from slavery. Last visit alone, we saved over 200 women, and also feeding America. So this is such a win-win all around, completely. You know, Tony, for anyone who's been watching throughout the hour, you know, on the fence, you know, what would you say to them? Because I also know this entire program grew from struggles you had in your life and your obsession to help.
Yeah. I would just simply say, if you've tuned in for this period of time and you haven't already invested in this for yourself, what's holding you back? My guess is you've been disappointed a lot. And so is everybody. But as I said earlier, you've got to discipline your disappointment, because otherwise, out of fear of getting your hopes up and having them dashed again, we don't keep pursuing till we find the real answer. And I've been doing this is my 40th year doing this in 100 countries around the world, and it works. But what you really need is, if you want a breakthrough, if you want a real transformation that's going to change your body or your relationship or your finances or your kids or just the way you experience life, those breakthroughs don't interrupt you. They have to be pursued. And it doesn't take a lot. All it takes is someone to coach you a little step at a time. So it's never overwhelming and it's really fun. And you need three things to have a breakthrough. You need the right strategy. Because, you know, I don't care how positive you are and enthusiastic you are. If you're running east looking for a sunset, I don't care how positive you are, it's not going to work, right? You need the right strategy. And I've literally spent the last 39 years of my life, 40 years of my life, finding people that have been massively overweight, nothing's ever worked, and they lost it. And I show you that exact system. Or people that have been, you know, through so many relationships and it's never lasted, and now they've been there 20 years and they're passionately in love. What are they doing different than everyone else? So you need the strategy. But if someone shows you the strategy, here's exactly what to do. Like, losing weight and being fit is not that difficult. But the problem is, we also need to change our story. And if you haven't gotten off the couch and made this call yet, there's got to be a story that says, nothing works, I've tried everything, this guy's got too big of teeth, whatever it is, give me some jewelry. But the story, like, people say, I've tried everything. Really? If you tried everything, you would have got the result. You may have tried a dozen things and then got disappointed, but this works. And then the third thing you need is to change your state, your mental, emotional state. Because, you know, if you ever got angry at somebody and then you suddenly remember everything they've ever done that pissed you off, or if you're in love,
so true.
Like, when you're in love with somebody, what will you do for them? Anything. And we have no money, who cares? We're in love. So if you change your strategy, your story, and your state, which is what this program does, you will change your entire life. But in order to do it, you got to do one little thing. You got to say, I'm going to make a phone call and I'm going to have this thing come to me, and I'm going to do this a little few minutes each day and give myself a gift and make 2017 my best year ever. I hope that this has touched you today. I hope that you'll help yourself and help the people we're going to help here to feed and to get them out of slavery. This is Anti-Slavery Month. Make a difference for yourself and make a difference for someone else. Call us right now.
Yeah, and honestly, what is the best investment, again, that you can make? Right.
I interviewed Warren Buffett. He said the greatest investment you can ever make is in yourself. Yeah. He said Dale Carnegie was the best investment he ever made because he went through this course and it taught him how to take control of his life. Right. And that's really what any of us can do if we want to. I hope you'll do it.
And the interesting thing is, you have to do it.
That's
and
right.
Now, if you've been struggling, you have the way. You have the tools. And thank you. We thank you so much for being with us today. And know that no matter who you are, where you live, this is one purchase that will absolutely, positively impact the rest of your life. So we thank you for joining us. Now, we're going to be back at 3 o'clock today.
Great.
3 o'clock today. So stay right where you are. Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. And more exciting information coming up from Tony. Stay tuned.
You never know what we're going to do on the Monday night show, but here's a sneak peek. There'll be more than a few surprises. For the best fake burglar, it's Akos Chankora and weekly guest challenges. But don't forget about the great products.
This craziness is going to continue.
Tune in 7 p.m. on Monday or visit hsn.com and search Monday Night Show for more.
At HSN, we're celebrating a better you. Because healthy is more than just eating right. It's finding balance and treating yourself to a life well lived. Find your Zen-spiration. From a healthy mind to a healthy home, it's time to feel good, inside and out. Because we believe healthy is happy. Live well and be happy with the health and wellness experts at HSN.
My singular goal is to improve the quality of people's lives. Everything we do is intended to be unlike any other company of our kind. We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.
There's so many things to love about HSN, but one thing that makes shopping here fun is FlexPay. Get it home now without the stress of paying all at once. Why pay full purchase price today when you can pay over time? Buy what you want now, pay it off later with your credit or debit card. FlexPay. It's that easy. Exclusively at HSN.
All right, we have such an amazing day, and what a great show planned for you. As we know, we so look forward to Andrew's first visit of the new year, and if you're like me, if